Okay. Hello once again, and very good morning. Myself, Chaya. I'm working as a database engineer, and I have 2+ years of experience as a in IT field, and I'll be the trainer for the SQL part in your whole course. Okay. Yeah, this is all about me. I think I'm clearly audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, great. Okay, then I want to know about all of you. Can you guys introduce yourself with the name and from where you are, one by one?
Yeah, hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Myself, Pawan Binayak.
Hi, Pavan.
Yeah, I have completed my civil engineering and I have done my MTech, ma'am. I'm currently working in SLV Group as a structural engineer
Okay, you're from?
from Arsikira, ma'am, Hassan.
Okay, great.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good
Myself,
morning.
Srikanth Raju.
Hi,
Um,
Shrikant.
I did my BCA on 2020, and then I pursued MCA in 2022 batch. Now I'm
Okay,
currently working in a Resource Pro, which is like a non-technical field. I wanted to switch to a technical field now.
okay. You're from Shrikant?
I'm from Bangalore.
Okay. Then next.
Hi, Chaya. Morning.
Hi, Shashank. Good morning.
I'm from Shimoga, Karnataka. So currently I'm working as a application support engineer, non-technical in ACL
Okay.
technologies. So
Okay.
yeah, so this is all about me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next.
Hi, ma'am. Sneha this side.
Hi, Sneha.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
I'm basically from Bihar, north side, and
Okay.
I did my BBA in 2018, and currently I'm working as a technical recruiter. So
Okay.
this is me.
Okay, great. Next.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
My name is Kanaka Lakshmi.
Okay.
I am from Bhadravati. I completed
Mm-hmm.
graduation in the year 2023 in the specialization of computer science and engineering.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Next. Yeah, hello.
I'm Amrita.
Hi, Amrita.
Have completed my engineering in computer science in the year 2020.
Okay.
Since then, I have been preparing for competitive exams and I've not worked so far.
Okay, that's okay. Great.
Yeah, and I'm from Kolar.
Oh, okay.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Bindu. I'm completed my MTech in Geoinformatics and I'm from Nelmangla and currently working in Karnataka State Remote Sensing as a project associate, ma'am.
Okay. Next. Anybody left?
Hi, ma'am.
Good
Hi,
morning.
ma'am. I'm
Yeah.
Vaidehi.
Hi, Vaidehi.
I'm from Mangalore. I have completed my BE in 2021.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hi,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am. This is
Good
Nikita.
morning.
Yeah, okay. Just a minute. Offering touch. Yeah, just you can go on.
Good morning, ma'am. This is
Yeah,
Afrin
very good
here.
morning. Hi.
I am 2014 pass out. I am from Bangalore and I was into teaching field.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nikita, you can continue.
Good morning, ma'am. This is Nikita.
Good morning.
I'm from Dharwad. Currently, I'm working in one of the non-IT company.
Okay. Then
Hi. Good morning, ma'am. I'm Bhumika. I'm
hi,
from Mysore. I completed my civil engineering in 2020. I worked as a civil engineer till last month, but currently I'm not working. This is all about myself. Thank you, ma'am.
thank you. Next.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning.
Good
Myself
morning.
Sneham. I'm from Bagalkot. I was in
Mm-hmm.
teaching field. Currently not working, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody left?
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning. Who is this? I didn't get who spoke.
Hi, ma'am.
Okay.
This is Hema from Bologna.
Hema, I think your voice is too low. Can you talk a bit louder? Yeah, you are audible, but it's too low. Voice is too low. Okay, you can go on. Hello. Hema, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think you have some problem with the audio thing because your voice is too low or I'm like... Okay, that's okay. Just look into it, Hema, once more. Any other person who want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Chaya. I'm Arun. I'm from
Hi,
Belgium.
Arun.
I'm from Belgium, working in TCS as a infrastructure support engineer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, Kavyashri.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Myself, Savastri.
Okay.
Native of Sindana, Raipur district.
Mm.
Currently live in Bangalore.
Mm.
I did my bachelor degree in computer science in the year 2018. Presently, I'm not working.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody?
Hi, ma'am. Good morning. I'm
Yeah,
Sanjana.
good morning. Hi, Sanjana.
I'm Sanjana from Gulbarga. I have completed graduation in computer science and engineering in 2018 pass out. And after that, I was worked in non-IT background for duration of 2 years. Now planning to switch to in IT, ma'am. Presently
Okay.
looking for opportunity.
Oh, okay. Great. Then I think everybody introduced themselves, right?
Hello, ma'am. Hi, ma'am.
Hi. Hi. Yeah, Hema, it's audible now. You are audible now. You can speak up.
From Bologna, I have completed my BTech in 2022 Institute of ACU.
Okay.
Currently, I'm not working in anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, Hema.
Hello,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Hi.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Okay, my name is Ashwini Patil. Basically, I am from Gulbarga. Currently, I am staying in Pune. I have completed BE in 2018. I worked in non-IT in the duration of 1 year. Now I am planning to switch in IT. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for introducing yourself. And you are all in different backgrounds with different from different places. It's great. Okay. Do anybody know anything about SQL? Do you have any idea? Because there are people from CS background. So I'm just asking. Yeah. Yeah, Sneha. Tell me what are all the things you know.
Yeah, as for I know, like currently I'm working for like a technical recruiter. So SQL is like a database, so where you can store the data. So there's so many databases, so like Oracle, SQL, or so PostgreSQLs and also.
Okay. Yeah, Shrikant.
Yes, SQL is like handling big, large contents of data. Like in Excel, we can handle very low, but in Excel, we can handle large kind of data and like perform transformations. Or we can use for cleaning the data also.
Yeah, correct. Great. You people know something about SQL. I'll go somewhat depth and like the practical is different from theory, right? When we are working, we know okay, this is the SQL, this is how it works. But when you go and sit in front of a interviewer, they need like in a depth way. You will be like a student, right? You know all the theory part and also the query part, and you will be explaining them. They need you as like that. Okay, so I am going to prepare you in that way in the whole session. Okay, mainly SQL means just give me a minute, I'll share my screen. Guys, I have a request for you all. Don't be quiet. Okay, don't get don't make the session bore for yourself, and don't make the session for bore for me also. Okay, be interactive. If you find any difficulty, just stop me there and ask me out. Okay,
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Okay, my screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, SQL. This SQL means the abbreviation is structured query language. Okay, it is nothing but the abbreviation says SQL means it is a query language. You guys know programming languages, right? You guys have an idea of programming languages, like it might be C, C++, Java, Python. You guys have heard about that?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right. But this SQL is different from that. Okay, this is a query language, and we can call like it is not complex like the programming languages. Okay, it is easy to learn, not a difficult one. Okay, don't worry, it is not like rocket science or something. We can learn the SQL very easily. We need to understand it clearly, that's it. Okay, in SQL I'm going to complete these many contents. Okay, we have first we are going through SQL basics. SQL basics means like what is SQL, why we need SQL, why we need to use SQL instead of any other languages. Okay, we are going to learn in that SQL basics. And then we have client server architecture. What is this client server architecture means we know SQL is a has you guys said SQL means mainly used to store the database. Means this works in the database. What is database? Database means the storage thing where we store the data. Okay. For example, for example, you guys know the social medias, right? Like what are all the social media apps we have? Can anybody tell me?
WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat,
Hmm.
Facebook.
Yeah. Even we have Facebook. Actually, it is not that much overrated now, right?
Yeah.
Instagram took the place. I'll take the example of Facebook here. Okay. I searched for Facebook in my Google Chrome browser. Okay. Now I am going to get all the links to open that Facebook app through web, right? Then I click on that Facebook link. I need to log in into my account. Okay. To log into my account, I need to give a particular email address or phone number and a password. Okay. If you give correct email address and give the wrong email address, what happens? Can I able to log in? No, right? Yeah.
No.
We can't able to log in. Then how this system knows that this is a wrong password?
Database.
The data has been
Right?
stored.
Yeah, the data is while creating the account, we are going to give all the information which is needed. Okay, and on that time only we give a password and a particular email address so that it can identify me. Okay, it can identify me that okay, this is related to this person, in that way. So this is how, first, while creating the day like new account, we given a lot of information of ourselves that will be stored in the system, that will be stored in a database of Facebook. Okay, the database, we can call database here server. Okay, that is what this browser, through the browser I opened the Facebook page, means Facebook login page, right? This browser can be called it as client. We are the clients. Okay, then this, when I go inside this and I give the login page, login credentials, right? That will be stored in the server. For example, sometimes you get to know like, okay, you created the account. Okay, then you will log into the Facebook, um, Facebook web. Okay, Facebook web, you log in. Again, you log out from there, and you again used to log in. While logging in, you will get a message from a Google pop-up message from the browser. Like, do you want to save that mail address and password? You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
That is what Google browser will save our details. Same like how the Facebook server stores, the same way Google also support us to by supporting, it is supporting us by storing that data. Okay, so that we can't remember every time, right? So it will say, it will be saved in the server of Google browser. Whenever we need access, we can take it from there and we can log into the Facebook. This is how it works. Means while creating the account, I'm storing the data into the server. And while again I want to I log out from there. And while again I want to log into the same account, on that time, I can get the access, right? I can take the access from the database, from that server only. Okay, these are all the things I can do. And another one thing, see, now you want to log into this, you are going to give some mail address and then you will give some password. Okay. That password, I am going to get that it is an invalid password. That pop-up message I am going to get. What I can do there on that time? I forgot the password. I can update it, right? I can replace the password by clicking on this forgot password link, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then what happens while if I click on this forgot password, I'll get a message in my Gmail or to my phone number, because here I have two options, right? I can log in to the Facebook account through mail address or phone number. Whatever I prefer, it will give a message to there. Then I can replace the password. But here, since I am I'm not remembering the password, means the password was stored in the database. It is already in there. Now, if I change the password in the database also, the password should get updated. Okay. What I am trying to tell is, here we can store the data by while creating the new account. We are going to store the data and then we can access the data from the server when we are logging in again to a same web. Okay, and also we can update the data in the server. Okay, getting?
Yeah, got
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how, this is all the things, this is all the activities we can do by using SQL. Okay, these are all this will explain you about the client server architecture also, and also the SQL interactions. Okay, Then we have data concepts. Data concepts means, as I said, now I'll be using again and again database, data, right? Those are all the things comes under this data concepts. And then we have installation of MySQL server. Okay, here to learn the SQL, we are going to use the MySQL tool. Okay, uh, on that time you need your laptops. Okay, you guys need to install. I'll guide you to install the MySQL tool into your laptops. Then you guys should work on in that MySQL tool only. Okay, then we have overview of SQL languages or statements. Anybody have any idea like what is this SQL languages or statements?
DTL,
Like the
DML,
commands.
DCL.
Yeah. DTL, DML means SQL languages or statements means they are the statements we are going to use them in the queries. Okay, while writing the queries, we are going to use those statements. We have totally 5 types of statements. Under that 5 types of statements, we have some other statements. Okay, I'll go in depth when we go to that topic. Then we have classes, where class, distinct class, and order by class. These are all the standard keywords to write the conditions. Okay. Then we goes to operators and functions. Operators and functions are like, yeah, it will be there if you are learning a language to work on the system. Then you will have some of the operators and functions. Then you have grouping. In that grouping, you have again some conditions by using group by keyword and the having class. These are all the things which is used to give the conditions. Okay, in the queries they will be provided some of the conditions. How can you write those conditions? By writing a query by using this group by and having class. Okay, that you are going to learn in this grouping section. Then we have subqueries, joins, correlated subquery, normalization, and at last some of the interview questions. Interview questions means in SQL you don't have a particular question and answer type. No, you won't get in that type. Okay, you'll get a queries. Okay, I'll provide you some about 40-50 queries. Okay, you guys can work on that. In theory part, you should learn each and every part of this. Every section theory part you should know. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, great. I think better you guys take the notes of this contents.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, just let me know after you complete taking it.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
do we have procedures and rank, dense rank topics and all?
sorry.
Like rank, dense rank functions and procedures.
No, rank function, I don't think you required for interview purpose. So I didn't included that. But okay, I'll just look into it and I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Screen.
Yeah. Anybody wants to tell something?
Done, ma'am.
It's done. Others?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Done?
Yes,
Everybody?
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, then we start with SQL basics. In SQL basics, what are all the things we are going to learn is what is SQL? What is SQL? And why we need SQL? And why the test engineer require SQL? What the test engineer can do by using this SQL? First is what is SQL? We know the abbreviation that SQL, it is a structured query language. Okay. Why mainly we use, what is the main purpose of using SQL is to interact with the database. SQL helps us to interact with the database. Okay. Then, yeah, we know that it is helping to interact with the database. Then what are all the interactions that can help? What are all the interactions we can do with the database? Means, what are all the interactions I mentioned while explaining by using the Facebook web?
You can create,
update.
Yeah, correct. We can create.
Retrieve also, no?
Yeah, right. Retrieving or accessing.
It can save the passwords.
Yeah, correct. Creating or storing the data. Then we can modify or update data, and we can even remove or delete the data. Okay. We can log out of from the, if we log out from an Facebook account, our details will be get deleted. Means we completely, if we won't use that, there will be some instructions, right? If we like completely, if we want to delete the account after some 1 month, we won't get our account back. We can't get our account back, right? Like that, we can also delete the data from the database. And the last one is we can access, or we can call retrieve the data. Okay, these are all the interactions we are going to do with the database. Got it? What is SQL means? Yeah, SQL is abbreviated as Structured Query Language, and it is used to interact with the database. What are all the interactions it can do means it can create or store the data in the database. We can modify or update the data which is already present in the database, and we can remove or delete the data from the database, and also we can access or retrieve the data or fetch the data from the database. Okay, understood? What is SQL definition? Clear, everybody? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Then we have why we need SQL. Okay, like why we need to use SQL. Or yeah, we go with first why test engineers require SQL. Why test engineers require SQL means what is the help? What is the help they can take from the by using the SQL means for backend validation. What the test engineers do?
They test the product which is ready to go to the market.
Right. They are going to validate the product. They are going to verify the product, or they are going to test the product. Is it good to the production environment, or it is good to use by the end users, right? That is what they are going to test. Same here also, what they are going to do, the test engineers require SQL to do the back-end validation. Back-end validation, which is nothing but the data which is stored already in the database, right? Is it correct? Correct data is storing in a correct place. Correct content is storing in a correct database. That is going to check by the test engineer by using this SQL. Okay. For backend validation, test engineer requires SQL. Got it?
Can you repeat again?
Yeah, test engineers, why they need SQL means to do the backend validation. Backend validation means like now we are going to store the data into the database. Okay. There are particular thing like, people, we are people, we know that this is the password, this is the email address of a person, and so that we can easily get to know, okay, what is the password, how can I log in means, okay, just type this username and type this password, we can say. But in the system, in the database, how it will store, it will store the emails of the person in separate and the password in separate. Okay. While we are fetching that data, means while we are logging in on that time, while we are fetching the data, it will reply us, it will respond us in a in a second, right? So the data format should be stored in a correct way. It should be stored. Is it storing in a correct way or not? That will be checked by the test engineers. There are test engineers to check that also. Database test engineers. Okay. So that is what they are going to do the backend validation by using SQL. Test engineers also requires SQL. Why they require SQL means to do the backend validation, to check that data is storing in a correct way into the database. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Then we have why we need SQL, like why we need to use SQL only, why we can't use any other for database validation, sorry, for database interactions. Okay, means main thing is SQL is a query language. It is not like other programming languages. Programming languages are somewhat complicated, right? They are complex, they are too complex. We have to write their syntax will be like 20 lines, it might be 100 lines sometimes, right? The code will be more complicated and all, other stuffs. There will be so many keywords you should use, you should remember, and so many operators, so many functions, all those things comes into the picture. But in this SQL, by writing like 5 to 6 lines of query, you can fetch the data, you can store the data, whatever all the interactions you can do with the database. That is one reason that we need to use SQL, so that it is easy to learn. Okay. The next is client server access. Client server access. I told you that client server access by giving the example of this Facebook, right? In the same way, okay, these are the layers. Okay, here we have a presentation layer. I missed here, like it should not be the database, it should be business. Okay, business logic layer, or we can call it as application layer. Okay, and the last one is database layer. Okay, what is this presentation layer means? This is the user interface, means here. For example, I can take the Flipkart. Okay, Flipkart, it is an like e-commerce website, right? Here we can purchase the things, right? I have so many options in this Flipkart. I'll go through mobiles. Okay, if I click on the mobiles, I'll get many mobile options, right? What are all the options we have in the Flipkart that can be seen by me? Okay, this layer is called as like this, what we are looking now, that will be called as presentation layer. Okay, hello.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, then we have the next one, that is business logic layer or application layer. Okay, what is this business logic layer or application layer means? Here the people will be writing the code. Okay, they are going to write the code to maintain how the app should work, or the how the web should work. Okay, it might be they might use C or C C sharp, or they might use Java or Python. All those languages they are going to use to make the app how it should look. Okay. Then the next one is database layer. What is this database layer means? Here, when I click the mobile options, I'm going to get a lot of mobile options, right? Which are all the mobile we have in the Flipkart. I can see them. Okay. Then if I want, just okay, here I have the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G phone. If I click on that, I'll get these are all the features of that. What are all the features it have? What is the cost of the phone? What is the ratings provided by the customers? What is the color? When I can get the phone? And what are all the highlights? Highlights means, yeah, what are all the features it contains? All those things I can see here. These are all the data, right? They have stored when if they are like putting that phone in their website, means they want to give all this information to the customer. They stored it here in the Flipkart. When I click on that particular phone, I'll get all those features. This is the data which is stored in the database, right? Yeah. This is how we are going to work in this complete system. In that system, we have presentation layer, application layer, and also the database layer. But in SQL, we are mainly considering this presentation layer and the database layer. We don't need this application layer here. Okay. Just we are going to learn about this presentation layer and database layer. From the presentation layer, I'm going to store the data, and then if I want to see that data again, means then I can fetch the data from the database layer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. This is how the client and server works. This presentation layer, we can call it as client, and the database layer, we can call it as server. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then another next point is, it is simple troubleshooting. SQL, by using this SQL, we can troubleshoot easily. Any errors or any issues if we have, we can use this SQL to troubleshoot. You can get to know that thing when we are going to write the queries, there we are going to get errors. Na? On that time, how we can troubleshoot them easily. I'll show you on that time. Then another last point is, why we need to use SQL means, by using this SQL, we can store the data and also we can retrieve the data from the database. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Understood, right? SQL basics. It is completely theory. I know you'll get bored, but yeah, you should know something about that, right? So, okay, then take down the notes of this. Take down the heading as SQL basics. In that, first, definition of SQL. Definition of SQL. That, write down. SQL is a structured query language. SQL is a structured query language. SQL is a structured query language, comma, To perform various activities, to perform various activities, to perform various activities, test engineers needs to perform various activities, test engineers needs to interact with the database. To perform various activities, test engineer needs to interact with the database. That is only possible by using SQL. That is only possible by using SQL. And hence, test engineers should have, knowledge on SQL. Full stop. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Write down or, or. I'll give the another definition. SQL use it to interact with the database. SQL use it to interact with the database. And it helps to perform. SQL use it to interact with the database. And it helps to perform various interactions with the database. And it helps to perform various interactions with the database. In the next line, possible interactions that can be done with the database are possible interactions that can be done with the database are ARER. First point, storing or creating, like storing or creating new data into the database. Storing or creating new data into the database. Next point, modifying or updating the data. Modifying or updating the data, which is modifying or updating the data which is already stored in the database. Modifying or updating the data which is already stored in the database. Next point, removing or deleting the data from the database. Removing or deleting the data from the database. Next point, accessing or retrieving accessing or retrieving or fetching, accessing or retrieving or fetching the data, fetching the data from database, from database. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Take down the next question, that is why SQL is required for testing. Why SQL is required for testing. Answer for that, it is required for backend validation. It is required for backend validation, which is nothing but checking the data, which is nothing but checking the data. Full stop. Take down another definition or another answer. Write or, and then continue like SQL is learned to SQL is learned LEARNT learned to achieve. SQL is learned to achieve backend validation. Learned to achieve backend validation. In the bracket, checking for the data in the database. Inside the bracket, write down checking for the data in the database. Checking for the data in the database. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, people, are you feeling like, am I going too fast or something? In give notes while giving the notes or while explaining?
No.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine then. Okay, this is for today's session. I'll continue the notes from tomorrow. Like I need to give why we need SQL, why we need to use SQL, right? That I'll give the notes tomorrow and I'll continue from tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, one suggestion.
Yeah, Pawan.
Ma'am, how can we start at 6 a.m.? It will easy to wind up early and we can go to work. It's a suggestion.
Yeah, fine. If you guys all are okay with that, no worries.
No, ma'am. 6:15 or 6:30 is better.
Okay.
Ma'am, one suggestion. I have a like office at 8 o'clock. Like I have to
Okay.
travel at 7:30. Closing at 7:30 is fine.
Okay. Mm. Okay, I'll like who are all okay with the 6 o'clock like class session from 6 o'clock, 6 to 7:30. Yeah, 6 to 7:30. Okay. Only 7 members. All others. Okay, I'll just talk with Baswanna sir. Then I'll let you know, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Great. Yeah, sure. Okay, guys. Thank you. Let's sync up tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.